Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at State Champs, new release, State Champs, from past November 8th of Year of Our Lord 2024. And let's get started. So the first track, and I'll try to go through these quickly because there's kind of a lot. And I'll just say, go ahead and say about this album, I actually don't have a lot of notes on it because it was such a good listen that, and a lot of the songs just are straightforward pop punk, and it's just like bread and butter pop punk. So I will mention a couple of the lyrics that stuck out to me, but other than that, I'm gonna kind of go rapid fire through this because this I'll go ahead and not spoil the number review, but this is a really good album. So if you like pop punk or punk in general, you're probably gonna love this album. So the first song, The Constant, is very headbang inducing and nice bass slides, and the group vocals part is pretty hype as well in this song. And I love the grating in his voice, the main singer's voice in this particular song in the chorus. And yeah, I put this very loud start to the album. It's always good when a band starts with like a loud opener instead of like a long drawn out kind of slow opener. So always appreciate that. Second song, Silver Cloud. Again, I don't have much notes for this because it doesn't mean it's a bad song. It's actually really great. So this one has a very cool kind of shreddy riff for the lead, and shout out to the bass guitar mix in this song. It sounds great. I love it when I can hear the bass guitar. Second song, Clueless, is just awesome pop punk, very much like very much like the kind of chugging in the verses part, and the echoey guitar and shredding is also pretty amazing. And the lyrics are pretty relatable and funny at the same time. And as I was listening to this, I said that Clueless is my favorite song so far. I'm not sure if that holds up, but Clueless is really good. Light Blue. Oh, okay. So Light Blue, I put immediately one up Clueless, which is hilarious because I just said it wouldn't. And I love the chuggy guitars in the second verse, and the song does not slow down at all. So I immediately made this one of my bangers for the album. So in the next song, Too Late to Say, and I think this might be a single, but each song basically keeps one-upping the other, which is good news. And there's very cool reverberated instruments in the beginning and the bridges of the song. The bass guitar shines in the bridge, and probably the best sounding guitars on the album, again, so far. And the drums just are blasting, just going off. And this song has a pretty good message about getting over your fear. So always love a good message in a nice tight wrap bow on a pop punk song. Next song, Hell of It, has semi-acoustic and trap drums at the very beginning, and talks about a relationship that might not last a day, but why not try? And there's like kind of semi-country riffs. So I would say the song's decent, but probably not my top song, but I still definitely would not skip it. So for a middle track that's kind of like still pretty good. Sobering, there's this lyric that goes throughout the song. The thought of you is sobering, and that's a very smart, pretty great lyric. And hilarious as well. The song's about not being able to get into bad love again, and I put this as a banger. So Sobering is on the banger list. Tight Grip is right back to fast pop punk, and yeah, the verses are basically about living life without such a tight grip. And I also said this was a banger, so just right after the other, just knocking it out. And the next song, I Still Want To, Is got very nice bouncy riffs and drum fills, and it has a theme of mentioning deja vu. So that happened in one of the earlier songs, and they mentioned it again. And yeah, the chorus is definitely on point for "I Still Want To," so check that out. "Just a Dream," I immediately put headbanger for sure, and it's a great mix of fast punk. Guitars are pretty heavy on this one in particular, and there's a lyric that says, "Feel the pressure, come give them something to talk about." That's a pretty great lyric. A shout out to that. Next song, "Safe Face Story," featuring Slope, is basically another pop punk slam dunk. The rap section was perfect as well with this song. Usually it's a little tricky, little iffy with pop punk stuff. The best example I can think of with rap not being the best choice was a Blink-182 song called "Pretty Little Girl" on Dogs Eating Dogs. There's a rapper that Travis Barker is friends with named Yelawolf, and his rap section actually sounds really good on that song. Well, I guess isolated, but together with the song, it did not work. But this song in particular, "Slope," fits perfectly with this song. A plus. "Golden Years" has soaring vocals, and a change happens. There's a lyric that says, "Change happens, but that doesn't mean we leave those memories." And that's a pretty good, it's definitely a hanging message over this album about how things are changing, but we don't need to be sad about that. We can just cherish what we've been through and how much we've accomplished, even though we might not see people that we used to see or be where we used to be. We can still appreciate those times and still look forward. So, and State Champs has been doing this for a while. They're kind of a 2010s, early 2010s pop punk band. And I'm not completely familiar with all of the rest of their albums, but I'm familiar with them in general. And for me, this album definitely appears for them to be that they've already made mature albums, but this in itself, in its entirety, is a very mature album, like piece of work. You know, it's concise. It all fits together. No track seems out of place. And I'm not sure what the singles were, but literally you could pick, I'd say, all the songs except for "Golden Years" and "Hell of It" could have been singles. All had single potential, which is pretty great. So that's like batting 10 out of 12, which is impressive. And that's not saying "Hell of It" and "Golden Years" are bad, but it's just saying that they're that good, actually. So, review I'm going to give this album is a 10 out of 10. Super easy. Probably one of the easiest 10 out of 10s I'm going to give. And that is because there are no skips. So, let me know what you guys think of this album. And stay champs, and I will see you guys later.